My name is Emef Griffin Mickey the first. I do things. I take pictures. I design rooms. I film people. I have things in my mind that I try to make tangible. Some people call it an artist. I call it freeing up space in my brain.
Growing up, did you ever think you would become as an artist? As big and profound as you are.
Hell no. When I was growing up, I ain't have no direction. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I thought I was gonna be a fireman, a pilot, or a fireman. Yep.
Okay. How did you get into this field?
My dad, he took pictures. My dad took pictures as far as I can remember. And it was more or less a hobby. It was more or less a hobby. I started taking pictures. As far as I can remember, I was about 13, 14 years old using his cameras. And, I remember going down to the drugstore. I'm showing my age right now, Eckerd. I remember going down to Eckerd just getting disposable cameras, Kodaks and disposable cameras. And we'd just go out and just shoot the weekend for what we did that day. Many summers we would finish floors and doors and laid tiles and redesign bathrooms. But we would take pictures of that. And even when I take pictures of a completed job, the simple before and after, people will say, man, this is a really nice picture, man. Where is this? Oh, this is a bathroom I did. So I was getting 2 for 1. I did a bathroom. I refinished a bathroom, and I took pictures of it. And the pictures was supposedly lit. I never saw anything. They were just pictures to me. But, people grew a liking to them.
How many years have you been working on your craft?
How many years? It sounds 14. I'm like 58 right now, something like that. So about 20 years.
Going into the current state, what would you say pushed you to break that 9 to 5 to actually do this full time?
Oh my God, man! So many of my friends. It had nothing to do with me. If it depended on me being taking care of myself off of artistry and the arts, I would have never done it. But my friends, they used to come and again look through my pictures and see just stuff I post on Facebook. And I'm like, wow, this is really amazing. You don't do nothing with this. Terry was this white woman from New York. She was an art curator. She worked with all the big time galleries in New York, the Guggenheim, and she used to be coming around. And I was on some real pro-black shit then, man. She used to come around and say, Griffin, you gotta do something with these images. They're amazing. And I was like, yeah, whatever, man. But she just stayed on me, man. She stayed on me about 3 years straight from maybe 2000, 2013 all the way up to 16, 17. And then we finally did a show together. And, I probably still didn't believe then. I probably still didn't believe then. Having even half a show sell out and like 3 huge canvases had some girthy price tags on them. I probably still didn't believe it. Kind of put a spark into you. And I just fell into it. I just said, you know what? I'm gonna jump out there and do it.
With that being said, how has your workflow changed over time?
How's my workflow change all the time? It's a mess. It's a mess. It's still all over the place. It's all over the place because, not to sound terribly arrogant, I'm good at a lot of things, but you can't do it all by yourself and you can't do it at once, man. I legit have no workflow that I can turn to depend on. I have no system in place. We trying to work the system out right now.
What drives you to be creative?
Clearing space in my head. I think of stuff, and if I think I can make it tangible, I do it, man. Anything drives me to be creative. Stupid shit drives me to be creative. Dope stuff drives me to be creative. The youth drives me to be creative. Just imagining the things that I can create. I like to challenge myself. You know what I'm saying? See how far I can go with it. I want to make things that I believe I can make that other people don't think I can.
Can you elaborate on what you mean by you shoot with your heart? Because I know a lot of times we see something that's like, ooh, I want to shoot that, but it's not the actual heart that's driving us; it's the thought of it.
Yeah, great question. I'm working on a project with a collective down in St. Petersburg, Florida right now. And, it's St. Petersburg, it's in bad shape right now, man. It ain't nothing new from where you see black people living in poverty, but these guys, they're working on an initiative to rebuild that community. So, yeah, I was down there taking pictures, and as they were directing me a little bit, they kind of let me do what I want to do. But one of the guys was directing me a little bit. He said, "Yeah, take a picture of that homeless guy right there taking that cart down the street." I don't take pictures of homeless people. I don't think the shit is art. But it's other ways to tell that story. It's other ways to illustrate that. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Florida or not. I've never seen this, so if I know if I haven't seen it, it's like another segment of the world who ain't seen that shit. They got these big ass fucking trash cans out in front of the yard. They look like grease traps. I thought it was a grease trap, as a matter of fact. It's a big ass black trash can. It ain't got no wheels on it. I can imagine it being full. And I'm just looking at it like, so I'm asking my man, yo, what's that? Is that a grease trap? Why everybody got grease traps? He said, nah, man, them dumpsters. That's the dumpsters to the house. I'm like, they all got it? White people would never have that in their yard. White people never had that eyesore, that atrocity of an eyesore in their yard. So I took pictures of that. I got images of that. You know, I got a lot of images of that neighborhood being slowly gentrified when you got this nice ass house right next to the bando. Ain't nothing we ain't really seen before. I like to illustrate my pictures with a little piece of petty. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love to see this picture right here, them little boys. Oh, the little black boys, they so fucking dope. They see them red dots on their hair. Like, what's that? I said, well, the name of the picture is target practice, and it's just their whole fucking mood just changed. You know? So it's just, I try to, the stories that, I mean, the pictures that I sell as somewhat fine art, it's some kind of connection of beauty or some kind of petty storytelling connected to it. There's a lot of truth with petty shit too. So.
With that being said, I know you were talking about telling stories. I was going to ask you, how do you illustrate, stories through your work? Because a lot of times we tell stories as we show the picture, and the entire story is not told.
That's kind of a tough question, and I tell you why. I don't shoot film anymore because of the time constraint on it, and I beat myself up about that. Sometimes I've seen pictures that I chose to save, and sometimes it's mesmerizing. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of story to that. My picture Time's Up with the everybody referred to as the Purge. You know what I'm talking about? You got the black human. I don't know if it's a man or a woman or whatever, but it's a lot of. She got a lot. They have a lot of things going on with them, and but everybody interprets that picture different. So, and it wasn't even one of my favorite pictures. I just kind of printed it because it had a cool colorway in it. But that's one of my top selling pictures. People I like to hear what people see in it because it's so dynamic. They always got a different story. It kind of plays into the saying that art is whatever you think.
On the topic of talking about our accomplishments, one of the biggest accomplishments that you did in photography.
What do I feel one of the biggest accomplishments I've done in photography? Selling a picture. Somebody enjoyed and valued a damn picture that I took so much that they wanted to spend their hard-earned money on it. Their hard-earned money on it. In the picture, I'm very grateful. And that goes for any tangible I create. It can be a hat. It can be a Just Be a Good Person t-shirt. It can be anything, man. Somebody you pay me for my craft and you wait for my craft, it's the ultimate compliment.
What are some of the things that you don't like about your
field? One of the things I don't like about my field, some people don't understand it. And by that I mean they have a necessity, and they love your work and they respect it enough, and they want you to do something for them, but they don't want to give you the price that you suggested them.
Do you believe that film photography is pretty much booming?
I wonder about that sometime. We live in a day and age where technology is at our fingertips, and so if you really just sit down, you can put some slick shit together with your phone and chop it up in a way that don't even have to affect your hard drive space on your phone without getting too deep. For example, you can go to Instagram, make you a reel, and you can I like to say soft editing in that. And you come up with some good content. It's a great question because sometimes I wonder where with what's my lifespan in this video game, you know. But one thing I got on this new school is I can edit. I can edit good, and that ain't gonna necessarily come over now. You can stitch a couple shits together, man, but the editor gonna be here for a minute.
Over the years, what type of representation and creativity would you like to see?
Man, I don't know, man. I just want to keep going. I ain't never happy with myself. I ain't never happy with it. I'm hard on myself, man. But with other people, man, I just want them to believe in themselves, man. I want everybody to quit the corporate job. I know that's some astronomical shit to say, man. But like, it's people who come in here just say, "Oh man, this is dope, man. I want to make shirts. I want to take pictures." And I tell them, just do it. You just got to do shit. And I want to build a car, and I'm doing all these blueprints and stuff like that. Man, build a car. Build it out of wood and water, and start tweaking the stuff you don't like. But you got to get something tangible out first to see what you don't like, man. You know what I'm saying?
What are your 5 ways to stay focused?
What are my 5 ways to stay focused? Woo! If I got a skip button, this is time to do it because I got severe ADHD. But I don't have 5 ways. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. Number one is stay away from negativity. Don't at your best stay away from it. Number 2 that I do not do that I need to do, that writing shit down really helps. That's I can't believe how writing shit down helps so much. Writing things down and executing those things. So that's kind of 2 right there. So that's kind of 2 right there on that bullet right there. When you write stuff down and you execute it, you can cross out 2 on your thing right there. Actually believe in what you're doing. Like if you ain't moving with a purpose, then what the fuck you doing it for? Like you just doing the burn time, but like actually believe in. And time's gonna get hard. Time's gonna get hard. And to sum all that up, what I just said, stay consistent.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I don't know, man. Hopefully I'll be working with my kids. I don't ever want my kids to work for nobody. Again, we live in a day and age where it's money out there. You can get it on your own, man. And I just want to give my kids the tools I have to win on their own, and they can have the freedom that I dreamed about, and they can just move as loud or as autonomously as they want to. So I just want to set them up right, man. It ain't my 5-year plan don't have shit to do with me, man. It's all for my kids, man.